Oh yeah. So, let's have a look at some more losers on the internet. So, I'm in a group called PlayStation VR Owners, and some guy just posted this random image. The most popular video game console in each state in 2023. That's a lot of Switch. There's a lot of PlayStation. There's a PlayStation 4 there, randomly. And yeah, some Xbox. And so the guy comments, he goes, hopefully this means more PSVR2 sales, so more big games can come soon. Fair enough. So I commented, let's find the comment here. Here we go. A cheaper headset would mean more games and more VR sales. Well, that's right. Then I go on about how Gran Turismo 7 is all I care about, and Formula 1 should have VR. How come F1 doesn't have VR? It's got it on PC. F1 23 should have had VR, and WRC 23 should have it as well. But for some reason, no VR for those. And it should have been, the PS5 should have been backwards compatible with the old headset for the new VR games. The developers should have done a bit more to implement that, especially for games like Gran Turismo, where you don't need the fancy tracking. You just need to sort of look around a bit. But whatever, you know. So I said, I love VR, but Sony need to do better. Doesn't help when the PS5 doesn't have enough memory and other basic features, like a CD player and PS1 and PS2 compatibility. And look who comes in. Joseph Bailey. Let's have a look at this guy. And unfortunately, he's a father. But anyway, Joseph Bailey. You do realise Sony has nothing to do with F1 or WRC 23. Well, what has that got to do with anything, mate? And most of these games on PSVR1 aren't Sony's games for them to rework the controllers or settings. This guy doesn't know how to use full stops. Oy. So he's just basically talking shit. It's going on about how VR and VR2 are completely different hardware, which they are, but at the same time, they're really not. They're just headsets, you know. I asked him, why does Sony have to be involved with F1 and WRC? They don't have to be. He's got the wrong idea about backwards compatibility, because, like I said, the PSVR1 headset, you could use that for newer VR games. It just doesn't have as good of a vision for the eyes. What's it called? Like the goggles? Whatever they are. The screens inside the headset. So the resolution, the field of view, and the frame rate, whatever. But that doesn't stop you from viewing the game. The game's still being run on the console. It's still being run on the PS5. But whatever. So Joseph Bailey says again, so you think just because it's optimized for PC, it can run on PlayStation? So I was talking about F1 and WRC. Well, yes. If you can do it on PC, you can do it on PlayStation. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, mate. Yeah, shut up, mate. The developers have to make the PS5 versions and a version specifically for the PSVR2. Who cares about that? Just put it in F1 23. It doesn't take much. It's just EA and Codemasters are shit. Go complain to the developers. I am complaining about the developers, yes. And he's just talking about PSVR, PSVR2 games. They're two different things. I don't know. He's just all vomiting. It's all vomit salad here. You know. That's why I replied and said Jesus Christ. Because I have no idea how to reply to that. So I basically explained that, yeah, developers aren't doing their jobs properly, because EA have no problem. EA Sports have no problem doing podium passes and microtransactions, but they can't put in a VR mode in F1 and WRC, even though Dirt Rally 1 has VR, and that game's almost 10 years old. Here we go. Joseph Bailey again. Dude, you're the one aiming your whining at the wrong thing and I gotta go back to school. Ha ha ha. So you want to use your VR1 for GT7? Because that doesn't make any sense because your old tech can't handle it. Yes, the old tech can handle it, mate. You just plug it into the PlayStation 5 and it works. But this guy doesn't get that. This guy doesn't get that. And well, he's still laughing. I don't know what he's laughing at. I think he's just laughing at himself. You think the PSVR1 can handle newer PS5 games? Yes, they can. The frame rate and the foveated rendering. I bet he doesn't even know what foveated rendering is. There's no way he knows what that is. So I asked him why the old headset can't handle it. I told him that I hope he doesn't have primary care of his children. He says I sound like an idiot. I told him it's got nothing to do with the headset of why you can run it on the PS5. Here we go, another paragraph. Don't get offended because of your ignorance and don't speak on another man's kids, you clown. I'm a great father. Yeah. Whatever. Sure you are, mate. Grow up. Stop crying, punk. Okay. Go enjoy Iron Man. I don't even have Iron Man on PlayStation. So I told him to learn to string a sentence together. And he just picks up this random thing that he finds on Google. Let's see what he comes up with. Why can't the PSVR1 play PSVR2 games? So he's Googled it. PSVR2 has much more advanced features. Yeah, 3D audio, 4K HDR. Making games for the PSVR2 requires a whole different approach. It has nothing to do with why you can't use the old headset though. So I don't know why he posted that. Maybe his kid posted that. So I told him he's wrong. He told me I couldn't understand something. Oh, I understand a lot more than you, mate. But here's the kicker, yeah? This guy blocked me. Right, he blocked me. So I had to go on my second account and add myself to this group. And now I'm looking at this conversation. And when the video is uploaded, I'll link him to it. He calls me ignorant narcissist. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. So yeah, this is just your average user. Average PSVR owner here on Facebook. This guy, Joseph Bailey.